Hello, hello, welcome back. Hello, we're back with more Mackenzie Shirilla content. I don't know why, but I'm hooked on this case. I have been since I first covered it. And we're back now to cover more jail calls. And then I was hoping to get through the brother's audio interview with the police, which I have previously played on my channel before. But before we get started, hello, Abuelita's Journey. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. I am Melly. We are covering all things true crime here, having a good time. Like I said, we are covering the Mackenzie Shirilla case. Mackenzie Shirilla unalived her boyfriend and their friend in an intentional car crash going 100 miles per hour back in 2022. And in one set of new calls, she talks about how much she loves her new pod. And then in another set of calls, she talks about how she blames her medical condition, POTS, I think, or no, POTS. Yeah, POTS. POTS. And that's a condition where I think like it causes abnormal heart rate. And so I believe her defense team did file an appeal kind of sort of with that factor involving in it, because allegedly she didn't get a fair trial because that wasn't brought into the first bench trial. I don't buy it. I really don't. But let's listen to these new jail calls. Let me know if you can see them and hear them. Well, hear them, but see the screen.
I got my pod moved.
Shut up.
Yes.
Are you on your new pod right now?
Yes. I got it moved last night during Red Zone. I got my pod moved.
Oh.
So I don't have a window that sees outside no more. But like, I love like my new pod. Like I love it. Like I got a roommate.
Yay. And?
It's cool as fuck. Yes.
Checky stop.
Mhm.
Okay. That's good. So let me tell Daddy. She got her pod moved. She doesn't have a window where she can see outside anymore. But she has a roommate, and her roommate is cool as fuck. She loves it. She got moved last night.
This mom gives the ick. I am going to play a little clip with her mom after this, where they give like their first statement after the fact.
But so what's red zone mean?
Or we was on lockdown, I mean.
Oh, why? What happened?
Oh, I don't know. There's like 8 fire trucks here last night. Like I have no idea what happened.
Oh. So tell me about your roommate.
He's a easy. She's crucially this visa. She's immediately keys off easy. Please that to be he's keys off easy. She's tweet on easy visa. She's crucially this visa. I don't know. Like,
oh.
We need keys off. He's like, you don't need that. She's so.
Oh my god. Oh. Freaking finally.
I'm still trying to figure out what that is and what they're saying.
Normalcy.
Bubba messaged me.
Oh my god, him. Holy smoke. You have some amazing friends, my love.
Bubba and Rosie. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you what she said. I'm about to get an iPad too.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Mhm.
Good. Jada was freaking out. Did you respond to her?
Jada, yeah.
She said she sent you 2 and you haven't responded yet. So can you just send her one?
Yeah, hold on.
Real quick and just make sure.
Yeah, Bubba said like, I know my boys are mad as fuck.
What?
Like he's saying, I know the boys are mad as fuck up there.
Up where? What the heck? What? What's he talking about?
About me getting sentenced.
Oh, his friends are mad about that? Is that what he's saying?
What?
Who's mad?
The boys, like Don and Davion?
Oh, yes. Yes. Yep. I know. So did you have breakfast?
I didn't eat breakfast. I literally just got up. But we're out till 11 and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna read what Bubba said because it just keeps like fucking deleting me. It said, "Yo, Kenzie, it's Bubba. What's poppin', family? We're gonna get through this. Trust me, you got me and Rosie. We got you. We done put this motherfucker together like a puzzle. You feel me? We're gonna get you straight. I promise. My boys up there, mad as hell right now at these people. I know they are, and it's funny as fuck. The more I go through life, the more I see me and Rosie shaping into you and Dom.
Oh.
It's crazy. We're gonna live on with them. I'm trying to shape my image into Dave and Dom. They're gonna live on. I promise that. Yes, but I keep trying to.
So Bubba is one of their friends, I guess, and Rosie's one of her best friends. Do have a text thread with Rosie that I'm going to read. I was supposed to read it today, but we might do that one either later today or tomorrow.
Fucking deleting me. Oh, and it's the 22nd of August.
Oh.
So it's a special day.
Yep.
But yes, I'm so happy I got moved.
Oh my God, me too. It was so
because
late.
tell me why last night there's like hella fire trucks out my window, and I just hear the girl in the room next to me. She's like, there's a fire, and I'm like, oh my goodness, shut up. I'm banging on the wall. I'm like, shut up, like girl, like if there was a fire, they probably wouldn't evacuate us. But I just told her that. I was like,
I would hope they would.
They probably wouldn't. I was scared last night a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I smelled smoke a little tiny bit, but I don't know if I was like tweaking and making myself smell smoke.
I wonder if there was a fire. Maybe there was a fire in the kitchen.
I'm irritated as fuck. I keep trying to send this message and it's like deleting it. Oh, do all the video things work on here? Also video? Okay, so I don't need to worry about video calls anymore?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So where are you on the phone now? In the room or out?
Oh, I don't have my iPad yet.
No, so you're out like with the rest of the people?
Yeah, I'm in the pod. Tell me why I got on the pod and they're like, I seen you on the news. That's embarrassing as fuck. And they was laughing at me.
What'd they say?
Huh?
Why were they laughing?
I don't know. They just seen me on the news. And they was laughing at me.
Wild.
Yeah, and but I miss BB. She wrote me this letter and it was so sad. And she was like, and then she said something that I like. It took this accident to make me realize, like, BB, the one girl that, like, Belinda.
I don't know who that is.
The one girl that knows Miss Cynthia that was in juvie too.
Oh, I thought her name was Melinda with the M.
No, B.
Oh, so she wrote you?
Yeah, she wrote me a little letter and like she was like, if people smiling at you, she said something about like if people smiling at you don't mean they're on your side or something like that. I have to read it to you.
Oh.
And it took me like a long time to realize that.
Realize what?
Because like Miss Russo would smile in my face and like clearly she has like ill intentions.
Man, sorry, Covey. She had more than smile. What happened?
Would you say, did you make that remembrance page? Why does it keep doing this shit? I'm irritated as fuck.
Covey, who was talking?
What do you mean?
Who's that voice in the background?
That's me, music.
Oh.
She diz a music, music,
Oh, that's cool.
She diz �𝐸𝐳 music.
Good. She's gonna like you too.
I really am dying to decipher what they're saying with that gypsy language. I need to know.
I'm out till 11, so I have like more time on the phone and shit.
Well, I have to work, so you can't. I gotta work.
I'm gonna start.
Well, I do my iPad.
Sure, you'll have to just deal. So I gotta work at 8. Okay, and then we have our video call at 1:45.
I don't know if it's Romanian or Gypsy or Carney. I don't know. I've been hearing all kinds of things, but I try to use Google like language detector, and Google was like, "What?" So if Google didn't know, I definitely don't know.
So we'll kind of break up our day like that, and then you tell me what you would rather do: a video call or a phone call.
Both.
Well, no, I mean during the day. No, I want to keep that video call. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it like that because I want to see you, and then we'll talk in the morning. I'll see your face in the midday.
Man, it just canceled me out again.
Yeah, that's annoying. That's annoying. Were you up when Danny was at school?
When who?
Why didn't you wake me up? I don't know. I'm just curious because she always wakes me up. I'm curious. Oh my gosh, so that had to have been like super exciting for you to say, hey Kendra, we're getting moved, let's go.
What do you say?
That had to be exciting last night.
No, yeah, I'm like I had such a bad headache last night. Like I thought I was gonna like throw up. That's how bad my head hurt.
Yeah.
And the one staff comes up and she's like, Shirilla, you're getting moved. And I'm like, thank God, thank God.
Headache goes away, feeling great.
What'd you say?
Your headache went away, started feeling great. You still have a headache?
No.
Good. It was probably just from the tension yesterday.
Oh my God, why the fuck does it keep doing this shit?
I got to tell you something, but I can't tell you on the phone.
Well, then why would you just tell me?
Because it's incredible. I'm either going to find a way to tell you, or well, it has to do with your angel number.
What?
Okay?
Why can't you tell me now?
Something really
This mom gets on my damn nerves.
cool happened. Something really cool happened yesterday. Well, I can tell you. I can tell you without telling you. Okay? We went to go talk to somebody yesterday, kind of about everything going on. Okay? And guess what their room number was?
22.
222. Can you believe it?
That's so.
She said they went to talk to someone. So what, like a psychic? Because I know Mackenzie did that. After the accident, she went and talked to a psychic.
Sad.
It's incredible. I got chills all over my body. The hair standing up on my head.
Oh my God, why does it keep canceling my message?
I'm responding to somebody else's too, but it doesn't.
I really want to answer Bubba though.
I know, but you can go back. Maybe you gotta burp the system. Go to a different message and then go back to Bubba. Maybe
I have
it'll
hella
work.
messages that I just haven't answered yet.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, yesterday was kind of rough. But she was in her room all day Sunday.
Oh, Emma said, I'm glad you can hear. You can snacks and food. That's good news. I just want you to know I love you. I'm thinking about you. We're all thinking about you today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey, I love you. You too. Heart. I can't believe believe what happened. Did you get that paper?
What?
Well, like, you know how you gave me that, like, letter before court?
Yeah.
You got my
I
paper,
got all kinds of stuff. Yep.
Okay, yes, it's just doing it on this one. So I'm about to just try to message on another one. And when I get off the phone with you, I'm going to call you on a different
I had a feeling. Okay.
This shit's frustrating.
Yeah. I had a feeling.
Just, what are people saying on the news?
Oh,
It's divided, Kent. It's divided.
Like, really?
A lot of people think you should have gotten, life with the trolls, the internet trolls and the evil people, right? Think you should, basically for all of your life, forevermore, ever.
Not us internet trolls.
Ever. Then there's people saying, I'm just sorry, I'm not okay with that. This just is weird and it doesn't add up, and I'm not okay with sending somebody for life for this, blah, 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 blah. Then there's other people saying, I know the family, I know who she is, you guys are wrong, you can't say things, you know what I mean? So there's that.
Oh my God, guess what my dream was last night? I just remembered
okay.
it. So I had a dream that, like, I had, like, such bad dandruff that, like, I was, like, peeling off, like, giant-ass chunks, but, like, it was ripping my hair out with it, like, the chunks.
Ooh.
So, like, I was, like, I had a huge bald spot on my head. I was, like, that's what my dream was.
Well, that's scary.
So are people reaching out to you or anything?
Yeah, I got messages from strangers. Then there's this one who posted this whole big, long thing, total stranger. She said, I've been following this case. I just want you to know that I love you and I forgive you, Mackenzie. I do not think that you should be in jail. Hold on a second. I was going to message because it's so long. She says, can you hear me okay?
I wonder who that is.
My open letter to Mackenzie. First of all, let me say what you did is not okay, but you know something? People make mistakes. We all made mistakes.
Boy.
The Bible teaches forgiveness. I forgive you, Mackenzie. The judge should have let you go. It was just a car accident. And some car accidents happen. I wish you the best of luck. I know how you feel. I'm so sorry the judge gave you 15 years. I will pray for you, and I hope that your life will get better. God bless you, Mackenzie Shirilla. The Bible also teaches us to love the sinner, not the sin. I love you, Mackenzie Shirilla. You suffered enough. I want you to stop suffering. Jesus Christ will always be there for you. It's just sad society doesn't understand that mental health is a genetic disease. Mental health is not a crime. Your parents should have made sure you got counseling from a very good counselor when you were younger.
I'm dead.
I know.
What do they think is wrong with me?
They think you did it on purpose, remember? Because I don't know.
You have 1 minute left.
Fuck.
So I also want to
I don't know who wrote her that open
say
letter.
life is already tough as it is. So for all you people on social media attacking her, please stop. It's not going to make it better. It just adds the pain. Just leave her alone. She has suffered enough.
Wait, I'm going to hang up and call you on another one right now. Hold on.
Okay.
1 minute left. I love you. Bye.
Oh, love you. Bye.
Okay, so that was the one. I know that was weird. I don't know who would write her that open letter. I want to play the clip really quick before we move on to the next jail call of her mom and her dad. They did like a 3-minute interview, little statement on this news channel, and I just recently watched it. So I wanted to share it with you guys because I don't know if you guys have seen this yet. Okay. This is ridiculous. I watched this and I was so irritated. Okay, this is her parents. This is from this year too. It was like 2 months
Tonight,
ago.
for the first time since her 2023 murder conviction, the parents of 20-year-old Mackenzie Shirilla are speaking out. Shirilla was 17 when she crashed her car, killing her boyfriend and their friend. In a 3 News Investigates exclusive, her parents insist it was an accident and not murder. They're now sharing details of Mackenzie's life in prison and fighting to clear her name, even as prosecutors stand by the evidence that put her behind bars.
Oh my God.
In July 2022, a day that brought a mix of pain,
I struggled with this because
relief, and guilt.
How can I feel bad that these 2 boys died and feel grief with these families and then be absolutely overjoyed that my kid is alive?
It's been almost 3 years since the deadly
Those are her parents.
crash in Strongsville that killed Mackenzie Shirilla's boyfriend,
I don't
Dominic
know.
Russo, and their friend, Davion Flanagan. Now, Shirilla's parents are speaking out, insisting that the justice system got it wrong.
Show me one piece of evidence, one, that says she did this on purpose. Show it to me. Here it is. That's it. Then she's right where she belongs and she's guilty of it. But there isn't any.
State of mind.
Prosecutors argued that she intentionally drove into a building without ever hitting the brakes, with black box data showing the car sped up to 100 miles an hour. They also argued that 2 weeks before the crash, Shirilla allegedly threatened to crash her car during an argument with Russo. The court cited it as proof of premeditation.
And she said, Dominic, I'm going to crash this car.
But her parents maintain there's another explanation. A new legal team now arguing medical evidence the first trial missed, with a UH neurologist concluding that Shirilla suffered a medical episode at the time of the crash and a loss of consciousness, something prosecutors called speculative. Shirilla's latest court filing also includes text messages they claim flipped the narrative over who was threatening whom in the weeks before the crash, with texts from Russo purportedly saying, "I'm sorry."
There's no evidence what was going on in that car other than the information they gleaned from the black box information.
This was not reckless driving. This was murder.
In the 2023 bench trial, the judge found Shirilla guilty of murder and sentenced her to 15 years to life.
And these poor families think she did it intentionally and she didn't. And and they don't know. There's information they didn't see. There's information they didn't have. There's information we didn't see or have.
Should she be in prison?
Did you envision her parents to look like this? We had already seen her mom in the court, but that's not what I thought her dad would look like.
For murder?
No, absolutely not.
Should she be in prison for aggravated vehicular homicide?
I don't know about the aggravated part because I don't think you can still say why was going on the car. Should she have been charged with reckless vehicular homicide, 2 counts? Absolutely.
Not if it was medical.
Today, Mackenzie Shirilla is now in an Ohio women's prison in Marysville, where her mom says they chat every day, whether by text from a tablet or by phone.
She does a lot of painting. She paints.
What kind of hopes, what kind of expectations do you have for Mackenzie's future?
That the truth will set her free. That's what I need to have happen. The truth, that there was no intent, that part, the truth will set her free.
I have nothing to say about that. Other than, okay, so her parents think that her medical condition is what caused this crash, that made her crash. And so deluded parents, exactly. Oh, wow, Austin, you're really close. Okay, let's see. I just wanted to show that really quick. I thought that was interesting that her parents, of course, continue to support her. That was from 2025, so recently. She had a condition where, like I said at the beginning, it created abnormal heart rate. So they believe fully that that's what caused this accident. They don't think that their daughter intentionally drove the car into the building. Okay, let's move on to the next set of calls.
Hello?
Hey, yeah. Hey.
All right. He's like, I think I'm cool.
Okay.
But yeah, when I get off, I'm going to try to order some commissary.
Yeah, they have to get that to work for you.
Yeah, I don't know what to get.
What are your options?
I don't know. All I know is I'm getting deodorant because the deodorant we have smells where it doesn't work.
Did you shower?
No, I'm scared to.
Oh, okay.
It's been kind of washing up in the sink.
Oh.
She said no, she hasn't showered because she's scared to. She's doing bird showers. Is that what they call them? Bird baths, bird showers in the sink. Yucky.
All right. Okay.
Yes, Aunt Candy was so cute. I just wanted to hug her so bad.
Mhm.
I miss her so much.
How do you think I did? Okay.
Yeah, that prosecutor was pissing me off though. I don't know what
I know. I'm like.
I was getting so pissed off. I wanted to get up and be like, shut the fuck up, and tell him to sit so bad.
Ew, that must be really bad because it's stinky in there in jail. It's hot. You're sharing space with other stinky people who don't want to shower. And then you smell like jail. And then the food you're eating seeping out of your pores. So unfortunately, I think Mackenzie Shirilla smells like ass. But let's continue.
He was pissing me off. He was so
I was ready for anything. We got nothing to hide. You could ask me anything you want.
First of all, when I got diagnosed, nobody ever told me that I could anything about driving.
Put that on the license. Exactly. No.
That was never said.
Nope. And if we do have to, then we will. I
don't care. Why would we lie and just not do that? If I knew that could affect my driving, I probably would never drive.
No. People are allowed to drive with that, so don't say that.
And ever since I got in here, it's been bad again. I don't know what it is. I blacked out the other day, and it was so weird. It was not normal. It wasn't bad how it usually is, but it was also not good. I don't know how to explain it. It was the first time I ever had a blackout like that. It was weird as fuck. I don't know how to explain it.
Well, just make sure you're eating. Okay, when you get your if you can do your commissary, make sure you get some chips. Something salty.
Oh, I know, I'm going to.
Although there is salt in peanut butter, so that should be okay.
All I've been eating is peanut butter, bread, and cookies.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how that. Please have somebody get that to work for you.
Peanut butter, bread, and cookies. She's not showering, and she has no working deodorant.
I know, I'm going to. This is just irritating as fuck.
Yeah. Yep.
I hate how I don't like how I can't come out of my room. Why the fuck am I on a 7-day hold? That just pisses me off.
It's just part of the procedure. There's nothing you can do about that.
And I'm so scared about do you think court went well? You're
I don't know. I wasn't in there.
Well, from what you were in there for.
I didn't miss that comment. Abuelita just said, so no food can cause an episode. Did you hear that? Mackenzie and her mother are delulu, literally delusional.
I can't say either way, but I do know that whatever happens is going to be the right thing for this moment. So I can't say anything on the phone.
I'm literally extremely nervous and
I know. I could. Yeah. I know. Me too.
I feel there's weird shit going on. I feel something is happening that I don't know. I just feel there's bribery or something weird going on.
And if there's weird shit, then we'll just appeal it.
Well, what if they are good as fuck at covering it up?
Well, that's the problem. I don't know.
Like, how do we figure out that they did weird shit? Like, I just because I feel like it doesn't mean it's happening.
Yeah, I know. I don't know, honey. Let's not. We can't go there. Don't go there. Okay? We just have to not go there because there's nothing we can do about that part. Okay?
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do. It's literally out of our hands at this point. Okay? So we just have to pray that she has a nice,
Do
relaxing
you think
weekend.
Jim did a good job?
I think he's amazing. I think he did. I don't think there was anything else he could have done or said. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I do. I think that he knows the truth, and I think he, loved you.
I was like, when I was asking him if I can just testify to show them that, like, I have nothing to hide, and he was like, I don't know if that's a good idea at this point.
No.
Right.
And I
So
was like,
then in that part, we just have to trust and lean on our legal counsel, and then if we have to appeal it, then you will. We'll revisit that.
They said an appeal takes like a year, though.
Time served is time served with that.
I'm saying an appeal takes like a year.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
So I'll be sitting in jail for a year before my appeal is even maybe seen.
Kenzie, we can't go there. Please just don't go there. Just live in right now, okay?
I mean, I hope the truth prevails. If they see the truth, and they'll know.
Her mom is like living the right now. Like, dude, she's literally in jail. She just got 15 to life. I am starting to think I have a bigger problem with her mother than Mackenzie. Literally. Her mom is just so ignorant and doesn't know what the hell she's saying.
This was nothing but a car accident. They'll just see that there's a third victim and it's me, and I lost the love of my life and a good friend, and now I have to deal with this grief the rest of my life and deal with like being like scared to drive and stuff like that. Just like,
I know.
And I don't like how they start like they had henchmen go and lie on the stand, because like I never said that. I said you tried to kill me to Dom, and he admitted to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like how it wasn't shown.
I know. Every single one of these things is a huge decision. So that's why we just have to hope and pray that everything is going to work out exactly as it should. Okay?
I slept 19 hours yesterday, like straight.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Like I slept from like 7 to like, I slept from like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was more like 18 hours, but like I slept long as fuck.
That's good.
Not once in these calls have we heard like her being upset about Dom, or even her just saying right now, Dom is the love of my life. No, we saw the videos from before, you treating him like shit and saying you're going to key his car and damage all his stuff. And so whatever, Mackenzie, but it just, not once have we heard her crying or even being somewhat remorseful. Sorry, I couldn't say that word for a second. Over like Davion and Dom. She talks about it very little, but all she cares about is her stuff in jail and getting out. And now she wants a bond, which
I keep seeing, you know how I told you
you don't even have a bond after you're
that weird
sentenced.
little thing where I like see a spark.
Mm-hmm.
I just seen it again. I swear it's Dom.
Aww.
And I don't know if you were in court when they
Hold
said
on,
it,
I have to go back. She talks about seeing Dom, a sign of Dom. So I'm gonna rewind it.
No, I told you like my eye does that weird little thing where I like see a spark.
Mm-hmm.
I just seen it again. I swear it's Dom.
Aww.
And I don't know if you were in court when they said it.
Sick.
They played a text message that I texted to Mr. Russo.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna get hypnotized so I can remember. And I was like, man, they probably think I'm crazy as fuck. But like, I really wanted to get hypnotized and to remember, like.
Yeah. No, that doesn't sound crazy. Yeah. That does not sound crazy, honey.
Well, to people who aren't into that shit, they probably think I'm weird as fuck for that. But.
Gigi called me today.
What'd she say?
I couldn't talk because I was about to go in, but she called checking on you. Miss Tent sent a message saying that she's in visitation right now and she misses you like crazy. She's thinking about you.
What's going on with what's the news saying? Like, how's the news putting this? Lincoln's aunt.
Okay, dropped out Lincoln off, and she was talking to the news, and Auntie Tiffany got mad. She's like, I know, I don't care about what they're saying. And she was like, no, what I mean is, it's like, it looks like bullshit. Like, what is this? You know, that was my take was from the news. And Tiffany's like, oh, really? And she's like, yeah. And Tiffany's like, okay, well, good. I hope more people feel that way because, yeah, right.
Well, what did you see from the news is what I'm asking.
I have not been watching anything.
Well, I want you to watch it so you can tell me what's like the opinion.
I have been checking the comments. It's nobody we know.
It doesn't matter if it's anybody.
Her mom obviously has not been checking the comments or what's on live.
We know. I don't care if it's anyone we know. What are they saying? Are they saying like good or bad? Like, is it
bad?
They're saying. Well, see, they think they don't know anything, so who cares?
Oh my gosh, they're watching the trial go on right now. So clear, like they're seeing what the judge sees.
No,
so what are they saying?
No, because the live stream just started yesterday. So I don't know. I have to look.
Oh my God, Mom, why?
I have to look because it didn't start. There's a lot of people saying stuff like, "You guys are adults," and the fact that you're talking like this about an 18-year-old is disgusting. You know, I can't believe this is your source of entertainment and gossip, stuff like that. You know what I mean? And other people, that were real close with Davion and stuff, they're obviously upset and saying things. I don't even know who they are, though. And then the one was like, I can't believe she dressed up like weed, a blunt. I'm like, well, she didn't.
Wait, can't believe she dressed up as what?
A blunt.
Oh.
For Halloween, or she actually went out looking like a corpse for Halloween. I'm like, well, she didn't. You guys are stupid. She was a vampire, dumbass.
Oh, so the mom is calling people dumbass, saying that it wasn't a corpse, it was a vampire. That's a lie. That looks like a corpse. Someone was saying that, and that is the Zaza. She is dressed up as a blunt, so, which is dumb. But, you know, someone said, was it Natasha? Somebody said her mom walks on eggshells around her. And I absolutely agree. Her demeanor reminds me of Letitia Stock. Oh, they're nuts. She does. Her mom does walk on eggshells. I feel like her mom was very much controlled by Mackenzie. And I'm not sure why, because in the interview where we're going to hear the police interview from Dom's brother, they talk about how Mackenzie was on a bunch of like antidepressants and stuff. And we covered the police report on the last live of documents, which I am going to continue. Remember the cops got called to her house one time because of a psych issue. And her family believed that she was just throwing a fit in one instance. And then in another, they were like, no, she actually has issues. So again, I really wonder what kind of mental health issues Mackenzie experienced, or what caused her to experience things, or what made her so violent, because she's only 17 at the time of the accident. And she was already smoking a bunch of Zaza. She was partying. She was breaking into the church, which I have that full footage as well. So please make sure you guys subscribe to this, because we are actually doing a series of lives on all the extraction text messages that I got. And we started them off with Christine Russo, which is Dom's mom, her boyfriend's mom. And we're going to finish those either tonight or tomorrow night. And I have 36,000 pages of text messages between Dom and Mackenzie. So I haven't seen anyone have those on YouTube. And we're going to go through those this week. It's going to be probably a couple lives. That's a lot of pages. That's a lot of pages of text message. It took a while to download onto my computer, but we're going to get through them. But anyways, they talk about her having mental health issues. And so I do really wonder how Mackenzie was brought up, if there's something that happened in her life, what her parents were really like. We're just seeing one part, right? One side of this time around the accident, but there's a lot more history there that I think. Hey, Irony, good to see you. And I'm so excited to get through those text messages with Dom.
So, I mean, it's just people like that, talking like that. They're just dumb.
So are they like, is the most of the people saying like that they like think what they're doing is wrong and they know like this is just a car accident, or are the most of the people saying that this wasn't like?
It's kind of it's a little bit of everything.
That just doesn't help at all.
I know it doesn't. I'm sorry, but it is.
So, but you need to figure like I don't know. I'm just gonna need to ask someone who like I don't know like.
I don't. Do you want to talk to Kendra?
No, I just want to know like what they're saying.
I'll ask Auntie Tiffany because she's been reading way more than me. I haven't been reading anything.
Ask her because she's going to be on it.
I will. Well, and she's reading everything. I haven't seen everything.
Okay.
So I'll ask her.
Okay, ask her. Why aren't you asking her?
No, she's not here. Because she's not here.
Because what?
She couldn't come today. Auntie Tiffany couldn't come today.
Oh.
So she's not here.
Well, have Danny look.
Huh?
Have Danny look, and
I'm not going to do that. She can't even be here because of how it's affecting her seeing you like that. She's not going to want to read that stuff. I'll ask Auntie Tiffany.
Well, I'm not going to be able to know until I call you again. I don't know when I'm going to be able to call you again.
Well, hopefully tomorrow. I'm not going to get to talk to Auntie Tiffany anyway. She's working.
So I got here Monday, so that's my 7th day here is Monday.
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Because I need to get the fuck out of my room. Like we're in our room like hella here, like way too much here.
Well, I know, but that's because of the 7-day thing.
No, it's not. It's like everybody is just in their room a long ass time.
I have 1, 2, 3. I know, honey. There's nothing I can do about that, though.
Can you just pay my bond and get me out of here, please? Like,
can you just pay my bond and get me out of here, please?
Go to a bail bondsman and see if they can do the 10%. God, why aren't you listening? I'm gonna hang up.
I am listening. I said thank you to somebody when you were talking. I don't know how much an appeal is. Okay, so can we just wait until Monday? Okay.
Yeah, let's just wait until Monday, and when I can just they're probably gonna take my bond away on Monday.
That's what I mean. So let's just wait.
What do you mean? That's what you mean. They're probably gonna say there's no more bond on Monday.
These two do not know how it works. They do not know. She's like, they're going to take the bond away on Monday and you're not going to be able to bond me out. Like, I don't even think she got a bond.
No, we don't know if that's true or not.
I don't remember that.
I know this whole situation sucks because you're just going to have to wait.
This is just wrong. What the fuck they're doing?
I know it is.
It's so wrong, and they're just trying to juice it.
I know.
Yes, I'm getting very irritated. Like, and I need to get the fuck out of jail because they're just trying to fuck me over bad as fuck.
I know.
Tell me why there's a bathtub here.
I lied. I believe at some point she did get a bond. I think she did, and it was $500,000 is what I remember, and I just reviewed because I do remember her saying.
I would never. I'm not getting in. I don't give a fuck. They have a bathtub.
Whoa. Nope. Is there any time you can shower by yourself?
I don't know. I just don't want to get in the shower. I don't feel comfortable doing that.
I just want to call this warden person and find out what's going on with the floor and the tablet and stuff.
Yes, the tablet. I really need the tablet so I can watch movies.
Yes,
look,
that would help.
Call, I'm gonna go try to do my commissary. How about that? And then you call, and then I'm gonna call you back.
I'll call that place.
But if I don't call you back, then I have to go in my room.
Okay. Yeah, I got the number right here.
For the warden?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or whoever this is. That's the main office, I guess. What is it?
No, you need to get
the warden.
She says
here, just call this number. Wait, warden office. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
I couldn't read her handwriting. It's so curly.
Yeah, it's just annoying as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
They asked me, like, am I scared when I first got here? And I'm like, no.
Apparently, it's for your safety.
I don't give a fuck. They told me that, and I know. I don't care. This is not giving. It does not make sense for your safety.
But if it's for your safety, then you should have a tablet. If you're not really, you know what I mean?
But yeah, so 1 minute left. I'm gonna let you call that person, and then I'm gonna call you back. Hopefully, if not, I'll try to call you.
I'll call him right now.
First thing tomorrow. Well, I'm just gonna hang up right now so you can call them, and I can get a call in faster. But,
all right, baby. I love you.
I love you guys so much. Please try to get me my tablet or get me off this floor. And I love you, love you, love you so much. And I'll try to talk to you as soon as possible, Mom. I
All
love
right,
you
stay
so, so,
positive.
so,
Love
so.
you.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you too.
Wow, it gives me Jamie Komorowski and Daddy-O vibes. Okay, so let's move on to, I want to listen to the audio interview between Mackenzie, or Dom's brother, Angelo, and the police. I have played this before on my channel, but I wanted to kind of go through it again just because we're covering a lot on this case. And I really want to, he talks about some interesting things in this interview. So I'm going to play it. And it's just audio, so just like the one we just watched. This is, yeah, I don't know what she expects. And I'm surprised, actually, now that I think about it, that her parents didn't bond her out. Okay, this is Angelo Russo's interview.
I think that they did initially meet when she was in 8th grade, and then, but like, I think they just met as like, you know, friends or whatever. But the first time I was introduced to her as like, oh, whatever, you know, this is like my girlfriend or whatever. It was, you know, like high school.
Gotcha. What was your relationship like with?
If you can't hear it, maybe put on headphones or turn it up because it is police footage.
Did you talk to her?
Audio.
In the earlier years of their relationship, we were like much more close. She would like come to me with a lot of stuff, like kind of talk to me like a big brother, you know. And there's many times like they were having issues even years ago where Dom would want to break up with her or something, and it wouldn't be like that simple. It'd be like, you know, like from time to time again, it almost like she'd have like issues, you know, like self-esteem issues, like she'd get crazy about stuff, like accuse him of cheating and stuff when he's not, you know what I mean, stuff like that. And just then for a while, you know, I would talk to her, and you know what I mean, then it would be like not constant, but there'd be like every like week, like couple weeks at one point, or like week or so, where they were almost breaking up, and then she'd be threatening to hurt herself. And this is back when she's in probably 10th grade, like she's still a sophomore. Dom's like a junior or senior or whatever, you know. And like, yeah, stuff would arise, and it would like never really take like a healthy course, to be honest with you.
Okay.
And over time, my relationship with her really subsided. I stopped talking to her. I stopped like really trying to be there for her, because ultimately I just seen that she was very, very selfish. You know what I mean? Like, for me, you know, like there's two types of love that you give somebody, and it's like I love that person unconditionally, and I want to see them prosper and be happy no matter what that entails for me. And there's a type of love that's selfish and restricted, and I want them all to myself. And that was Kenzie with Dom. It was the latter, not the first step. There was times where even in later years where, you know, Dom's old enough to like, you know, like he wasn't of drinking age, but he can go to bars and hang out and stuff, even though he couldn't like drink and stuff. And there'd be times, you know, that one of my friends, because I'm 23, would be having a birthday party, and she would like forbid him from going, and it'd be all just my buddies, you know, because she'd be like, oh, there's probably going to be girls there. Well, if it's a bar, there's probably going to be girls there, yes, and there's probably going to be men there.
So Mackenzie was really jealous, really controlling. We get it. Really toxic. We know that.
It's a public place, you know what I mean? Yeah. But she got weird over him going to public places, would like a lot of stuff.
Okay.
But all of that stuff like led me from distancing myself from her, because it just became a thing where I couldn't help her in my eyes, because she was always stuck on like a selfish path, like wouldn't like listen to me or take my advice, you know. And even like even in like the aspect of like it's better to have loved and lost and never have like loved at all, you know. She never got that. It's always like, no, blah 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 blah, like I'll never let him go kind of thing.
Gotcha. So let's go back to the crazy part. You mentioned that anytime Dom would kind of want to break up with her, she kind of would go crazy. Describe crazy, like what kind of crazy?
Like there is times where she called Dom and said, if you break up with me, I'm going to kill myself. Word for word.
Wow.
He was a very, very selfless person, and he did, like, obviously, like, they were together for a long time, and they built like a relationship, and they cared for each other deeply. You see what I'm saying? And even though Dom did care for her deeply, I'm not disputing any of that, but he's seen all the toxicness that she was putting onto him, and every single time he would try to distance himself like from that and say, hey, we could be friends, this and that, blah blah blah, still here for you, like, you know, but like I want to break up or whatever, she would say stuff like that.
So how do you know that? And if you don't mind me asking, so she told you, or
she's told me, he's told me, they both told me.
Okay.
Like this is her not recently, because like I said, like we haven't been you know, close in like a long time, but I mean, I've gotten like new phones since, so I don't have like text the records on here. But if you went through the service provider or whatever, you can even find text records a couple of years ago of just like me having long paragraph texts with her telling her like this and that and trying to like be accommodating and nice to her about stuff, and her just not listening to a word I'm saying. And I mean, this is a while ago.
On that note, before we go, have you had the same number even though you got a new phone? Has you saved that number? What is your phone number?
So when was the last time she kind of expressed that to you about wanting to kill herself if Dom left her?
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Like I had her on Snapchat, blocked her on Snapchat. For a while, I had her phone number blocked because even I'd be with Dom and she would nonstop blow up my phone, trying to say like, "Where is he?" Blah blah blah. Like, he'd miss one of her calls. He'd be driving or something.
I'm interrupting the call. Thank you, Albert, for the super chat. I've missed you, my love. Good to see you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. You're such a big supporter of my channel. I'll never forget that. You are the best, the absolute best. I've missed you. Thank you for being here.
He'd miss like one of her calls, and I'd have to call her on my phone and be like, "Hey, relax. We're going to get some food," and it'd be like a whole. Even that would be like a thing. You know what I mean?
Where was she living at the last, 6 months or so?
Pretty much. I mean, pretty much I'd seen her at Dom's house like every night almost, you know. Even like at times when like me and him, because you know Dom like making music and stuff. So every time's like me, him, and his buddy Blair, we all, you know, like sing together and stuff like that. We'd be in this room with the mic and all that, making music, and she's just sleeping on the couch by herself. Like it's like, I don't know if that's like, I never really asked Dom like, is she living here or anything, but she's definitely at his house way more than her own, even at night times and stuff like that.
Do you know if she has any property at the house? Clothes, makeup?
That confuses me a little bit because they were saying that, remember, Mackenzie's like, this is where I live. And in the video where she's threatening to key his car and stuff, she says like, this is my house too. I've been sleeping here. So I think she was just staying with Dom because he had his own place and he was a successful young man. And I think that Mackenzie was just attached and obsessed and always all up in his stuff.
Like that.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still all there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I went through that.
I haven't
Yeah.
been able to.
Yeah.
I did at one point want to gather her stuff up and I just couldn't do. I haven't been in there since I got as close to the funeral. I just mentally and emotionally can't do it. So
Has anyone else had access to the house?
Just me.
Just you two. Okay.
I haven't been there in like a month either, honestly. It's been hard for me, honestly, too.
Yeah.
But
Has her attorney reached out to you about the, because they have reached out to me and I said, we're not getting involved in this.
Oh, to try to go over there?
Yeah, because they wanted her driver's license. And we said, first, her dad reached out to us a couple of times. And I said, at best, you can come request an escort. We'll call Ms. Russo. If she says yes, we could arrange it. If she says no, we're done. And then last time when he was kind of getting under my skin, I said, no, we're not getting involved in this. And so he had his lawyer call me. and it was the old lawyer from Columbus. And I told him that the exact same thing. I said, this is not a criminal matter. We're not getting in the middle of this civil stuff right now. Emotions are high. The Russos are grieving. This is not the right time to get her driver's license. Yeah, I mean, it's just, so I know her DL is still in Dom's house.
But why wouldn't anybody even say anything to me? And let me tell you, that rotten son of a bitch father of hers never said a freaking word to me. I bumped into them at the cemetery. Of course, my place, I have to bump into him. And that bastard never even said, hello, how are you?
Ooh, she's talking nasty on her dad. And I wonder what that is all about. You know, her dad's a weirdo. From that interview, I'm sorry.
Sorry, nothing. Nothing. Radio silence. Not a word.
If it came to it, would you have a problem with us coming over and just taking some pictures of her things in there?
Or if you want to take fresh pictures, just get them to us.
Or if you're okay to go in there
to show her living there.
Yeah, we really want to show
makeup. You know, what clothes does she have? Like a jacket, or does she have like underwear and stuff where it establishes residence?
Makeup, right?
She had clothes at my house. Which, remember, I always maintained the room for Dom.
Right.
Room, it's still there. But she had clothes at my house. Okay. I would be washing clothes, and I was washing her clothes. I can say that. And that was before he even moved next door, which we kind of just considered it all our big house because he just could not sleep in the.
Her boyfriend's mom was washing her clothes. What a spoiled, lazy little brat.
Same house with Christopher. They just had a conflict, and it just
Right.
stressed him out too much. So
well, and it's kind of nice that it was right next door and he could just stay there
and come over for breakfast and dinner and the whole bit. And,
we just want to establish that residence. We want to show that proceeding to crash.
Multiple places, so you know. So there's I remember seeing shoes in the living room. I know there was purses in the back room because when we were looking for his clothes and shoes, that's when I brought up. And then I would I was ready to just take it and throw the stuff out. And then I said, well, I don't know where this came from. I don't know who gave it to her. And I just put everything back. So I have touched the stuff, but I left it where I found it. And then, so at least in 2 rooms for sure.
Yeah. If you can maybe either take a recording of it or take pictures of it, you know, we just want to be able to establish, hey, you know, because her dad slip of a tongue, and he's like, oh, she's been living with the Russo, and then mom right away kind of jumped in, was like, no, she just visited him.
Something else too is I know this isn't like, I mean, obviously that you're gonna protect your own daughter in this instance, but I had a buddy who went and seen Kenzie in the hospital actually, and was like, you know, how's it going, blah blah blah, and then as soon as something did come up about the crash, her mom shut it down and said oh, we can't speak of any of that because of legality matters. There was a point in time where I was texting her mom directly about her daughter's problems, about Kenzie's problems, saying this and that. I remember at the time her parents were trying to give her antidepressants, okay? And she was already getting antidepressants since I believe middle school. All right. And you know, like teenage girls, you know, they have a lot of drama going on. And to me, to be honest, her drama didn't seem any more than a normal teenage girl that just might be a little high strung. Do you see what I'm saying?
So he just said that Mackenzie's parents were trying to get her on different antidepressants, but she was already on previous antidepressants. And I'm curious about that information.
She was on, I think it was Zoloft or Prozac, one of the two, I forget, for over a year. And well, she hasn't taken them in forever either. But this is back in, I think, 8th grade or something, 9th grade that she quit. And then I started talking to Kenzie about it, and Kenzie was telling me that the pills, you know, made her feel worse. And I started talking to her mom about that, and her mom just kind of had this attitude don't tell me how to raise my daughter. And I'm like, well, I'm actually not to say too much, but I'm a psychology minor, so it's I know a little bit about this stuff, and she doesn't have any. You know what I mean? She didn't seem like she had any issues. You know what I mean?
So
I don't know. I feel maybe, you know, obviously being exposed to antidepressants, but you don't really need them, might have.
Do you know from
messed her up in some way? I don't know.
Do you know from what was your relationship like with Dominic? Were you guys close? Did he confide in you? Okay.
Yeah.
So would you say it's fair that Dominic perhaps shared some, I don't say secrets, some brotherly information with you about her? Like, hey man, like she can't put up with this, or I'm worried about my safety. She's a crazy driver. I don't want to get in the car with her. Anything of that sort?
There was multiple times, even in the month of July, that he was trying to break up with her.
Really?
Yeah, like literally just even last month.
That would be July.
Yeah, we know that he was trying to break up with her. Remember, she wanted to key the car because he was trying to get her out of the house.
Months ago, well, a month before he died. You know what I mean? That's what.
Yeah,
That's
prior
what I
to
meant.
the
Yeah.
crash. Yeah, we got you.
Can you tell me more about that? Whatever you know.
So toxic.
I know that you've probably already spoken about this, but there
So
was
toxic.
an instance literally the week or a couple days before the crash that she was hitting him on the highway while driving on the highway, and he had to pull his car over on the side of the highway, not in a very safe parking spot either, and have somebody else come pick them up and drive the car home because he was scared that she was going to make him crash. And that was just prior to the day before the actual crash where she was driving.
Mm-hmm.
That's different.
That's
than
different
my
than the
highway
one.
on the
Okay.
highway.
So that's a different highway one where,
Because under
Dominic
that one, she
was-
was driving, right?
Right.
And
So
she-
under this one, he was driving.
Yes, the highway thing before the crash, he was driving, she was hitting him.
Okay.
He's driving, she's hitting him. He has to pull over on the side of the
Wow.
highway to avoid
Okay.
any possible.
and how do you know about
whatever.
this? What's your
I-
source of information?
I was actually I was already on vacation, right? I'm pretty sure. I was out of town, or else he probably would have just called me.
Okay.
But I was in Florida. So he called up a family friend, and his name's Chris. And
Frenchman?
yeah.
They already know. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my text is to her.
Well, I'm not
I
gonna
wrote
sit here
Hench.
and call him Hench. you
Well,
know?
they already know he's
we
called
well,
Hench.
it's in the text.
Yeah.
They refer to
Okay,
him
well then
as
she.
Hench.
They're talking about a friend.
He called Hench and said, "Hey, can you come pick me up?" And Hench came and picked him up. And then I heard about it. I don't know if he even really. I was still in Florida when he passed.
Okay. And so
he
these
didn't
are two
he didn't
different
talk to me
incidents,
about it,
right?
But I talked to Hench about it. I talked to her about it, and that's one thing I didn't hear from him. But I wasn't in town.
Okay.
You know?
But you heard it from Hench that.
And
you know,
he's alive and it gets personal knowledge of
Okay.
that. So he's picked him up twice.
Gotcha.
I didn't know about that one when we interviewed.
Right. We just knew about
Yeah.
Okay, so two. All right.
Probably
And
have to
and
talk to
Hench picked him up from both of
And
those.
yes.
Wait,
Yeah,
Hench
we got
picked him
it.
up twice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because remember the time that when I was gonna it was that Sunday when it was raining, you were in town. I was in the garage, had that testing the next day, and she was threatening to crash the car, kill them on the highway, and I had to have Hench go get them then in the pouring down rain in my car.
Ooh, that's the mom, Christine Russo, the text that we've been reading. She's saying that Mackenzie has previously made that threat before, which we have heard before, but everything points to she did it intentionally.
Same situation. Am I
She was
poisoned, right?
toxic.
Because she was driving, and this time Dom was driving.
Yeah, one time she was behind the wheel, and then the other time Dom was behind the wheel. We knew a lot about the one when she was behind the wheel. I don't think there's a whole lot that I've found yet in
Yeah, I'm
her
pretty sure.
phone that
Well,
talks
listen,
about that one.
I heard it from someone else, so it has me questioning if I have my story mixed up. But no, I'm pretty sure I was told that he was driving.
Okay.
And he was.
That's okay. We'll
We
clear
can-
it up with
we- yeah,
Hench.
we can double check
Okay.
with Hench, see hey,
He'll
I don't
talk
want
to
to.
us.
I don't want to give
Yeah,
misinformation.
no,
you
that's
know?
fine. That's not a problem. So let's go back to the whole breakup scenario. So we've established that Dominic, and from your firsthand knowledge, Mackenzie would threaten to hurt herself and Dominic should he broken up with her.
Yes.
And now we know, Dominic mentioned it to you that he plans on breaking up with her. Did he tell you?
I might even be able to look at some text right now about it. I don't really know if he told me if it was on a phone call.
But it's firsthand.
he
Is what I'm
expressed it
trying
to
to
me multiple times.
understand. It's he told you directly, like, Angelo, can't do this shit.
Honestly,
anymore.
like it's heartbreaking to me because like the day before I went to Florida, which is the last time I seen him face to face, he was really just talking to me about about like how he can't keep letting Kenzie like run his life, but not even an aspect like that. Like he said, like all right, for example, how I was saying how he can't go out with even me occasionally because she's upset about it and this and that. He said that she holds him back. And we were just talking about, like traveling. Like I was saying, like, hey, let's go on some vacations together, this and that. He was talking to me like just me and him. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Let's go and let's go see some stuff and go like live it up. And I don't know. He was telling me about how he wants to travel the world too, which has always been one of my dreams to travel like the world, you know. And like I think he was really honestly finally getting to the point to where like even if she was like saying, "Oh, I'm gonna hurt you," he would have like maybe even taken that chance because it's been going on for like 2 years.
Have
It's
you
really going on for like 2 years. Like they'd be good for like a month or two. Like sometimes they'd have 2-3 fights in a week.
have you ever seen them going at it, fighting?
Yes.
Maybe in the house.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
you
Oh,
describe
wow.
what was it like?
She honestly like he'll be like, dude, he would be so nice and as accommodating as possible to stop the fight. And she'd be one of those people that is just petty. You know what I mean? Just to like to the fullest extent. He'd be like, "What's upsetting you? I'll fix it." You know? And then she would just have some like slob comment. I can't even quote her word for word, but he's just like I remember times him like expressing to me how frustrated that he was, saying, "I do every single thing I can for this girl. I ask her what's upsetting you, I'll make it better, this and that, blah blah blah," and she finds like any single thing just be mad at me about. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I witnessed it a lot too. Like I don't know.
Did
Even
you
just
ever
stuff with
Did you ever see her hit him? Put her hands on him,
her hit him.
like just go, or throw stuff at him, or
No.
Actually, now that you
no.
say that, I remember several times now, because my memory's getting jogged, that he would say, "Mom, can you get Kenzie out of here? She's
Wow.
refusing to leave. She's out of control. She's hit me." I do remember that.
Wow.
I never
And then I
witnessed
would
it.
get on the phone and say, "Just leave and go home."
There's multiple times, even pretty like recently before all this, that Dom would have to call Kenzie's parents, call her mom and stuff, and say, "Hey, you need to come get Kenzie out of here. Like she's refusing to leave my house. She's being crazy." And it'd be a situation where they'd be in a fight. Like keep in mind something stupid that she started, and he's like, "Listen," he's like, "Just go home." He's like, "We'll hang out tomorrow. It'll be like a whole like new thing." He finally like get her out. She'd be the type to show back up at his house, pounding on his window. "No, I'm coming in, blah blah blah. We're talking this shit out right now." You know what I mean? It's like, dude, there's times where that happened, and we were in the house hanging out with him. He's like, "Okay, you guys just gotta go home." You know what I mean? I gotta talk to her. And it's like I don't know, just really everything behind it. The number one word for it is like selfish and self-centered. You know what I mean?
She was very toxic, and we know this, but like, and I've already heard this, but listening to it after we listened to all these jail calls and like reading the appeal and getting all this information, it hits differently, I think.
Like, doesn't really know how to like go through arguments properly, doesn't know how to do stuff like healthily, wants to.
Would you attribute any of that to her age? What was there, 2 years between her and Dom?
Yeah.
About 2 years.
But
because early on you knew her when she was pretty young, 9th, 10th grade-ish. But let's talk about maybe the last year.
Did her personality get worse, or has it always been steady?
Immaturity thing?
So earlier
or was
years,
it more of just an unstable thing?
Earlier years, I just had more of a relationship with her as her big brother, so I just knew more of what was going on with her, like directly from her.
Yeah.
Okay. But her behavior never really got better. To me, it almost just got more drastic.
Okay.
Like before, when she was younger, 9th, 10th grade, she would go home when they were fighting, whatever, and then be texting him saying, "Oh, I'll hurt myself, blah, 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 blah." And then he's like, "Okay, please don't. We can work this out, whatever, you know?" But then it came to the point where she's 16 now, she's driving, she's 17, she's even older, you know? She's driving back over, she's banging on windows. Like her behavior became more erratic, maybe also because she had more ways to let it out and to show that, you know what I mean, and come over or whatever. But no, at first there'd be like, when it
She
first
lives
started,
close to you guys too. She's just on the street there.
So, Angelo, have you ever been a passenger while she was driving?
oh my gosh, I can no, never once.
Okay. Do you know anything about her driving? Anybody ever describe her driving to you?
I mean, she's told me, I've heard her say that she thinks she's a great driver. I forget who told me. I don't think it was Don. It might have been his buddy Blair told me that she's a terrible driver.
Wow.
No, never really like. I'd have to bring it up. I didn't really internalize it if I did have a convo about her driving. All I know is I never really wanted to get in the car with her, just because like not like saying like, oh, she's crazy and she'll crash the car on purpose or something. Like obviously I wasn't thinking that at the time, but just her high strung anxiety, like she's just like a really high strung person. I don't know if that's the kind of person I want to be in the car with. You know what I mean? She kind of like has moments where she like obviously like loses her composure.
Blair said, and then I just have to repeat.
She seems very erratic and very, her mood fluctuates. Natasha says Def comes across as having an anxious attachment style, sprinkled with borderline and narcissistic traits. Yeah, I agree 1000% with that. That's a good way to put it. Very good way to put it.
The way he says is that bitch drives crazy. She would be speeding. And
Oh
him and,
yeah,
and he
I
said
was.
that
I
him
would
and
hear about her
Dom-
speeding and driving crazy too. Actually,
Him
from
and
Blair.
Dom would bitch at her about the speeding.
Who did you say went to
Interesting.
West Virginia with them?
Oh, it was Florida, the mother.
Oh, Florida. That was her mom, but didn't your ex and somebody go down and meet them down?
Me.
You met them down there. Did she fly to Florida? Her and Dom fly to Florida? They drove?
They drove together like two
They
cars.
drove in tandem with, so it's her and Dom and then
The mom.
her mom and, okay. But you guys flew down and met them down there.
No, we also drove.
Oh, you did drive. Okay.
Yeah, me and my dad, we already had I guess they already had some trip planned where they were going to Orlando. And my dad wanted to, we never took like a vacation, just me and him. So he's like, hey, let's get in my car. We'll go hit Destin, go see your Aunt Sherry. And then Clearwater was right in like in between like Fort Myers and Orlando. So then we met in Clearwater. I don't know, for a day, you know, like me and my dad, Dom, Kenzie's mom, her mom, and her sister.
Okay.
What was she like down there?
The
If
reason
you remember.
Oh, go ahead. I don't interrupt.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to think. I remember it was like a huge project. We barely even got to hang out because we got down there. You know, Clearwater, it's busy, right? So Kenzie's driving, right? Kenzie refused to let Dom drive, and so she's driving the car, and so we're going this way. There's a big like roundabout on the main road of Clearwater. And it goes in both directions. Most of the shops are all like this way. So going down the roundabout, we kept saying turn right, right? She went around the roundabout twice, like and going like had to turn back around, come back and missed it again. And then before she finally went the right way, we're turning around saying just stay where you're at. We'll just like come to you. We're driving back. They don't listen. Keep driving this way. Now they're over here. Now we got to come back. It took us 45 minutes just to even figure out where they were going. Then we didn't even get parked together, okay? Because then just after all this driving around and all this trying to figure out like how to pull up next to each other, finally Kenzie just decides that she's starving and needs something to eat. And Dom says, okay, like now I have to take Kenzie to get some food. And hold on.
So when you and your dad drove down, you did not caravan with them. You were on your own timeline, essentially.
Yeah, we were just meeting at the beach, you know.
Okay.
And we all met up in one spot before going to the beach, and we just decided they decided more like it'd be easier to just drive separate.
Did Dom tell you anything about her driving down there? We heard an incident that happened on the way to Florida. Did he mention anything to you about that? Involving her driving?
Incident on the way to Florida?
Something about her driving.
Say something about it. You might like jog my memory. I'm not really sure.
Just, the unsafe driving to where, speeds and, kind of closing up on people to where he might have not felt safe to actually come back. Anything about that?
I think I remember him saying something to me about how he drove mostly.
Okay.
And because it was more comfortable, but I don't think he went into detail about it. About do something to you about it or something? No. Has anybody, or is that just like?
No, again, one of the things is we got a lot of the kids telling us things, and we were just trying to sort what.
I think he told me he drove mostly.
He drove most of it. Okay.
So like obviously though, in that like obviously you'd split up driving unless you just feel more comfortable driving. So that kind of already like let me know. I mean, I don't know. I was nervous to begin with. So was my dad, even before like they left, saying Dom and Kenzie driving, just them, because like Kenzie's, you know, we've already said enough about like her driving, and then Dom, it's not like he's the greatest driver either. Like he's a decent driver, but he's got all this hair in his face and stuff, and brushing his hair, you know, like trying to see and shit. It's like I was nervous about either of them driving all that distance, to be honest, but not like in terms of Dom being crazy or anything, just like you know,
so
being lackadaisical.
I got
how
you.
he is sometimes.
So the
I really wonder why it was allowed for so long, because they were together for like 4 to 5 years. At some point, one of their parents had to know, with the fights and the issues that they had going on, that there was something very toxic going on there, and that they both allowed it still when they were under the age of 18, because they had already been together about 4 or 5 years, I think. I think it was more close to 4 at the time of the accident. So they must have started dating when they were like 13 or something.
just to be kind of
Really young.
clear cut with this, recently, I'd say maybe 2022, did Dom say anything to you about being concerned for his safety? Not maybe something malicious, but something like, hey, you know what, this girl's gonna get herself killed, or get somebody killed, or get some innocent driver or pedestrian, somebody killed because of her driving. Anything that maybe, any conversations like that between just, you know, two brothers, you know, chopping it up?
She'd make threats. He'd definitely say that she's the kind of person to follow through with those threats.
He believed she would follow through?
Yeah, not like, I mean, obviously everybody makes false threats and empty threats and stuff like that. But some of the stuff he would or she would say, I do remember him telling me, yeah, Kenzie's crazy. She would actually probably do that shit.
So since the crash and the passing of Dominic, has she been in contact with you? Has she reached out to you?
She texted me multiple times. I could read you the text word for word. She never once said, I'm sorry for your loss. She never once said, I'm so sorry for what happened. She never once took any responsibility, not even having to take any responsibility, just saying, I'm sorry Dom's gone, like anything. But she asked me for forgiveness about 10 times, saying, I hope that you forgive me. I still want to be a part of your family. Listen, I'll just show you the text and make it easy. I would rather you see the text, because these disgusting.
Well, he's looking for that, so I don't forget. I don't even know if this is even relevant.
I didn't even open the last ones. I'm opening them now though for you guys. But these literally disgusted me.
We went canoeing last year. I took off work. I went to court, and we were all four, me and Dom and Kenzie were going to go canoeing. So I packed snacks for the canoe and cooler and all that. So we had a bag that had like chips and that sort of thing that was supper. You didn't put in the bags because so they'd crush. Well, we forgot. She ruined the entire canoe trip. She sat there and threw a fit that we had forgotten those chips, that she had nothing to eat.
Tantrums.
And I kept saying, we're enjoying our day. There's no fighting. We will find something for you to eat. You know, we even stopped at the one bar.
I remember that. She was not satisfied with anything.
No.
Wow.
It didn't matter what I had. It was not, she did not have those chips. Okay. So we ended up stopping at one of the places that was like a bar restaurant or whatever, and finally fed her or whatever. But the whole and Dom was just stressed out this whole time, just because she was so pissed about those chips. And the thing, she was very crafty on how she would do stuff, because she would stick her dig. Me and Andrew in a canoe, they're there. She would stick her digs and her comments so that we couldn't hear. And all I would ever say, I always try to be neutral, because I'm always thinking, well, these kids are going to break up, but they're going to get back together, and I'm going to say something that's going to damage the whole thing. And I would just say, there's no fighting. We're having a great day. We're canoeing. We'll get through it. We'll find you something to eat. Don't worry. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it was just a big tantrum. I mean, everything was you forgot chips. Okay, I get it. Do you know what I mean? But that is not enough to be a tantrum to ruin the day.
Okay.
So Dom was 20, right?
Wow.
He couldn't even come next door to eat his mom's dinner half the time, because Kenzie would cry about how her food would have to be like gluten-free, everything, like all that, you know? And as a 20-year-old kid, and he's like the man, you know, he's cooking for her every single night. And then also, like, even just in terms of like relationship, not even like anything to do with anything else, I witnessed so many times her like him saying to her, like, I cook for you every night. Can you at least just like clean some stuff or like, do the dishes? And then she'd be like, make it like a thing. Like this is like one of the things where I'm saying that she's petty. But she'd be like, oh, I'll do the dishes after you start being nice to me again. And he's like, how am I being mean to you or something? It'd be like, it wouldn't even make any sense. It'd just be like, okay, like I'm going home.
She was such a spoiled brat. Like he was cooking her dinner and she was still being so mean and aggressive with him and toxic. And she was living in his house, not paying rent. It's just
There was those texts when she did not express
first
remorse or apology or anything.
First, I wanted you to kind of note how long it was since we talked before this. She texted me on August 6th, okay? Before that, the last time she texted me was May 7th.
Okay, let me write this down. So May 7th
was the last time she texted me, and it was just to say Dom's phone died. The last time she texted me before that was she was asking me if I could do homework for her because she was too lazy to do her math work.
Wow.
And so, I mean, honestly, like,
May 7th, and then when was the next time after?
That's hilarious.
What was the date?
August 6th, after the crash.
I think that was the day she got her phone back.
And you could read it. This is what she said, word for word.
August.
You want to read it out loud so you can hear it?
No, I'll read it for here. It says, "Hey Angelo, that's August 6th, 4:14 p.m. Hey Angelo, I don't know if you hate me, but tomorrow for the funeral, would you be able to go in Dom's room and grab some photos from his desk for me and him so I could put them into the casket so he can be with me forever?"
Doesn't say sorry, doesn't say nothing, doesn't say anything. It says, "Hey Angelo, I don't know if you hate me, but can you go grab pictures of us and put them in his casket so I can be with him forever?" How, like, honestly, how psychotic does that sound? That sounds fucking twisted. She texted me again after that, and all just to say, please let me know. And she texted me again August 23rd. Actually, she did say sorry one time. First time that she ever said this. She said, here, we can read it if you want.
It says, "Hi Angelo, I just wanted to say I'm so sorry. I know you probably think this is all my fault, and I'm not asking you to feel bad for me, but I just wanted to say I'm so sorry, and I know you miss him so much. I wish he was here too. This should have never happened. He loves you so much, and 𝐼𝐸, I know.
Yeah, I know.
You know that. I don't even know what to say to you or just feel so bad. I hope you guys can forgive me because I'll always look at you guys as family. You don't even need to respond to me. Just wanted you to know I'm so sorry." Okay.
But see, even these texts that she sent me, even in this one, okay, it maybe would have been something if it's like, hey, if it was just I'm so sorry, you know. But then she has to go just one line. It's one sentence of I'm so sorry, and then it goes, I know you probably think this is all my fault, and I'm asking you to feel bad for me. Why would I feel bad for you in this situation? How to take you one sentence of saying sorry and then just to go to that, and then you're gonna say,
I know that since we gave her
it's
phone
like,
back
and then she
to
says,
her,
I hope you guys can forgive me. In the first text where you finally apologize, right? So I'm finally saying, I'm sorry I killed your brother. I hope that you forgive me. How's forgiveness and me feeling bad for you even on your mindset? Like, how is it even on? Like, how's it even on there? It should literally be like, I'm so sorry. Like, I about the pain. Like, it should all be about who you're texting.
She's worried about what you think of her, so she's using the
It's
sorry as a
everything.
buffer.
Like the whole entire consistency of her is just she's just self-absorbed and self-centered. Everything that she texts me, even if she's finally saying I'm sorry, it's about her. It's not even about me.
So I know since we gave her the phone, she's been back active on social media and all that. Any of your friends screenshot you anything? Have you? You know, we've received some photos of her in the wheelchair out and about.
I could definitely get some screenshots. I'm not on social media much at all.
Okay.
But the first thing I did hear of, and at the time, we didn't even know if this was her mom or her or what, because we didn't even know if she was even awake to use a phone. We didn't know how severe her injury was or anything, you know. And the first thing I seen from her, she didn't text my mom. She didn't text me. She didn't text my dad. She didn't text anybody in my family. The first thing I seen from her contacting anybody was she texted a modeling agency. that reached out to her and said something, and she went on Instagram. But that was before even like you're gonna go and reach out to a model agency on Instagram, like I want to use your picture before texting
several people in there.
Many people in between that should have gotten that text beforehand. You know what I mean? And then like her mom, her dad, has still never even texted me once. I already previous to this had somewhat of a relationship with her mom, talking about her daughter's issues or whatever, and what I think or whatever, and you know, and it wasn't like we never talked before. You know what I mean? I'd come say hi to her in the driveway. You know what I mean? When she was dropping her off, and before she was driving, that was a while ago. But
it's interesting how when they were together, the Dyke family seemed like they kind of understood each other and got along. And now that this happened, it's like the truth really comes out, you know. She was saying, Christine Russo was saying that Mackenzie's dad is a bastard and all this stuff. And then they are saying now in the jail calls that the victim's family is selfish and rude.
She definitely has your number.
She's never said not even a word, not a peep, neither from her dad or nothing. You know what I mean?
Do you?
I was just gonna say that just a thought that she always is concerned about who hates her. So we were, again, like I have to see her at the cemetery all the time. Now she's been sort of telling me when she's going, so I've been able to kind of avoid it. But I'm still talking to her. Told you I would. Because she's dead.
Oh, so she says, told you I would. So the text message thread that we are reading through, if you haven't seen that live, please go check it out. We started reading through all the text messages between Miss Russo and Mackenzie, and we were all wondering, like, why is she so nice to her? Why is she continuing to talk to her after the fact, after the accident? But it's like, first of all, I don't think they knew that she did it intentionally. And then we find out, according to this, that, you know, the police was probably having Miss Russo continue to talk to her to see what they can get from her and how she was acting and whatnot. And she says it right here. She says, I'm still talking to her. I told you I would. So there's a sign that, you know, that's another reason why Christine Russo, Dom's mom, was still talking and texting Mackenzie. We are finishing those text message threads tomorrow night. We're going through all the Dom and Mackenzie text messages, so please make sure you subscribe. We're going to go through those this coming week.
Pictures of Dom and videos and claims she just found this. Let me send this to you. And I know that.
Yes.
Come on. That's her way of just here to keep talking.
Natasha says maybe they were keeping the peace for the sake of Dom. Yeah, that Dom wanted to be with her and whatnot, right?
But anyway, the one kid came over and introduced himself, said he never knew Dom, but he was good friends with Davion. They had met at Grace Church, and blah, blah, started talking. And, you know, so I sent Dom's mom, and Kenzie was there, and there was another lady there with her daughter. And I think the dad was there again. And she said, well, just thank you so much for not hating me. And then every time, I'm just so scared to be here. Everybody in Strongsville hates me. I don't know what to do. And I said, I'm sure that people don't hate you. You know what I mean? But she went to that concert in the wheelchair that Cub Kitty or whatever his name is. And she was there with her girlfriends and the one girlfriend's mom too. And they had her in the front row, and then she was getting piled on, I guess, because they get all, and I'm hearing this all from her, okay?
They should not be in a wheelchair and be at a concert.
They were all piling in. I guess they do this dancing and they squish up and everything. So, you know, the monitors had to move her to the wheelchair to a different section and all of that. But yeah, so, and I forget the girl's
So
name.
which concert was that? Because there's two that she's been to.
Listen,
there's two.
just
This
for the
is
record,
Nautica.
This is the one at the Nautica Pavilion.
listen, here's the thing too.
We got pictures
like
from
Kid Cudi.
somebody from Strongsville who was there texted us.
And here's the thing though too, is like Kid Cudi, like I love Kid Cudi. Like when I was like, you know, like younger, and he's like all talking about Cleveland, like Cleveland is the reason, all this stuff, blah blah blah. And really like kind of took like a different edge to, like, he was like a rapper, but he wasn't rap. He wouldn't be talking about violence or anything like that. He'd be talking about like, you know, like communities and like himself and like stuff like that, you know, and like a little bit about pot and stuff like that too. But and I love a Kid Cudi. I was so distraught. I heard about the concert in June, and I was so distraught. I completely forgot until the day of the concert. People are, oh, we're going to the 𝐤𝐞𝐥𝐿 concert. And I'm kind of thinking like, dang, I wish I would have like remembered about that. But then also it's like, I don't even care. You know what I mean? So it's like, to me, it's even like you have that much in you to like remember all these plans and like go do all this stuff. It's like, dude, it wasn't like, it's not like it's like your mom's like birthday. Like, yeah, you're not gonna like forget that. But it's like, you remember to go to a Kid Cudi concert and get a ride in your wheelchair down here and like go through all that work to go see a concert. But I get like 2 texts from you ever and you don't even like say something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Just like where,
do me
like,
a favor.
where her mind's at just does not seem right to me at all. To be
I'm
honest.
gonna leave my card with you, but if anybody does send you texts, we told people send them to us because I'm putting them in my report, showing them to Tim, just to kind of establish that pattern that since I don't want to say she's moving on, but she doesn't seem to care enough.
Since this tragedy, she's just gone on living her life.
Out and about. And so just, even if you're not into it, just maybe text it to mom, have mom get them to me via email so I can attach them to the, screenshots
and everything. Because I had those ones where she's begging me to go in the house. That's what's even creepier.
Right.
That they're going to call you guys about getting her stuff. She has not once said, she said to me, well, do you think Angelo's going to go in there and destroy my things? This is what she said. And I said, no, Angelo's not going to destroy anything. And I said, I can always get together what you have or something like that. She goes, but I want to go in there. And she goes, can't you just sneak me in and not tell anybody? And I just want to spend the day there because November 14th is our anniversary. And I'm just like, I can't even walk in.
It makes you think what's in there that she wants.
So bad. Or why does she want, and how could you do
Did Dom
that?
keep cash in there?
We looked. That's one thing. He
The-
just had nothing.
Okay.
I know you were in Florida at the time of the tragedy here, but any idea why they were going down Progress to Alameda? Do you know in the past if they've used this as a shortcut to get somewhere?
Well, yeah, it tells me that they were coming. I forget if it's south or north or whatever. Pearl. Obviously, they were coming towards 82 down Pearl, and then that's just a little cut through. You go, they end up on Westwood.
Right, but I know. Do you know why they were taking that? Is this like a normal?
It's a normal cut through. Yeah,
normal cut through.
Just,
She's always taken.
I mean, the reason that I use it is just because avoid all the Pearl lights. Because you get Pearl and you go light. You turn down Progress, you go right down Prospect. You have 2 lights, and then you're home. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why I take it. I would assume it's the same reason.
Okay.
One thing I can tell you about that, or that I was curious about, like obviously just to wrap up a lot of what I was saying. You know what I mean? For one, like I heard that Dom was riding in the back seat. That's not true. So he was in the front seat.
Oh.
Okay. Well, that was what we were told I told you that from the funeral director said that.
Dom was in the front seat.
Front seat passenger.
Front passenger. And Davion was in the back.
Okay. She said that another thing I can fill you guys in, and she said she went to a psychic 3 days ago. I have to look at my phone. And so I said,
Okay, so yeah, Christine Russo was just talking to her to get information for the police, clearly, because we have been reading through those text messages in another live and continuing tomorrow, that when Mackenzie tells her about going to the psychic and she's telling her how much she loves Miss Russo and how sorry she is.
I'm trying to get everything in writing. She goes, oh, no, you have to call me. Well, she said basically nothing. But what she did go on to say was that, the psychic made it very clear to her that the accident was caused because she swerved left. That's what I'm saying. So I'm just telling you, this is the latest story. Okay.
That's her story. Yeah.
Good.
Yes.
Tell her to stick to that.
Yeah. I mean,
Tell her to stick to that.
Yeah. So that was the other thing. And you guys also need to be aware, which I don't.
Wait, but listen, here's the thing I don't get. She said that the psychic told her to swerve left.
No, that she swerved left.
And that's why it happened. Well, she swerved right off the road.
I'm just telling you, I don't know the details. I'm just repeating what I'm finding out. And now you made me forget what else I want to say besides that.
Sorry.
It's okay about the psychic. You guys should know that. So Dom's birthday was Saturday. And he always went to dinner with his friends every year. That was a tradition. And there's times that there was family there, and sometimes it was just the friends. So I told my ex that you're welcome, but we're just gonna, guess what are we gonna do? And I said, we're gonna go to dinner with his friends, just like he would if you're welcome, but nobody else when I'm inviting. It's just what Dom would have done or whatever. So the dad got all pissed off. He threw a huge birthday party at his daughter's house, cake, the whole bit, put up boards, put up pictures, and invited the whole Shirilla family was there.
That was
Dom's dad.
Dom's dad did this.
Your ex did this.
Yes. So I told you I don't, and again, he's the one who thinks that he's been told from,
voodoo, whatever.
He said that the pendulum told him to forgive Kenzie to the fullest and that it's not her fault or something.
What?
And he said literally that day, I'm gonna forgive her. And like, I haven't even been talking to him because he's just honestly such an idiot to be like in my eyes. You know?
The pendulum, the psychic, the voodoo, they said.
I mean, like, I don't even know what he could be thinking or whatever, but I mean, even for example, right? There was a situation where my cousin Antonio, right? He's 24, 25 years old, I forget. This is when I'm like 16. He's on the front of a boat, sitting on front of a boat, and the driver hits a buoy, okay, in the water, cuts his legs off, he bleeds out, he dies. The driver's found with MDMA in his blood, besides from alcohol and like all this other stuff, like you're thinking that he's gonna get some time, My dad nonstop talked every day that this guy would come up about how much of a piece of shit he was and how much he wants to see him burn in jail and all this stuff. Well, the guy got put on like a 5-year probation with like a 15-year suspended sentence if he messed it up, and he ended up like beating up and robbing some old guy or something. And I don't even know how you like end up doing that, but did that, and then goes back to court. And my Aunt Nicole, Antonio's mother, is this court dates or this court case is in Florida. This is where like this happened at. So she's in, up in Ohio, and she's on the video cam crying as a whole like written testimony saying about how she wants him to get the maximum time, all this stuff, right? I'm there. This court date finally just got wrapped up in the end of April. So just now in the end of April of this year, like however many like years later, because the case was so long, the guy got sentenced to like 10 years in prison, right? My dad's like, at least he got 10 years, by which he has his whole fucking life in there, blah, 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 blah. So that's somebody, pretty identical situation. Somebody who killed somebody's son in our family in a crash while they were driving. Doesn't matter if they're high, sober, whatever, but that's what happened. Everybody hates this dude's guts years later, and they want to see him burn in hell. But Kenzie does this. My dad talks to some freaking Ouija board, and he forgives her. I think it's pretty freaking screwed up, to be honest with you.
Wow.
There's a lot of things, and it could be grief. It could be maybe she's something to hold on to that was close. Who knows?
But he never even hung out with her.
He didn't. No, it's not even that.
So the Dom's father forgave her, is what they're saying?
He's been texting me saying that I'm not going to be happy until I let go of the hate in my heart.
Oh, wow.
And I'm telling him it's not about having hate in your heart. Somebody killed your son. Someone killed my brother. It doesn't even seem like it was an accident. It seems like she took it upon herself to ram that car into that wall against both of their wills. You know what I mean? I know Dom.
Let me ask you before you go any farther off that point. Everything you know aside, everything you've heard from people, everything you've heard here, you as a grown man, are you saying that's your gut feeling?
What do you think happened, basically?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's 100%. Since like, I mean,
Hold
listen,
on.
like, since
What do you think happened?
That night?
I think that I mean, off of what I know and off my assumptions, I think that they were in some kind of fight. Dom tried to break up with her multiple times, even in July. It kept not like working out, whatever. They kept making back up. The only thing I could really think of is they were obviously in some kind of argument. Kenzie's known to be the kind of person that she's let us know she will never let go of Dom. And if she has to let go of Dom, she will not go on living herself. She's pretty much let that be known. And the whole thing that I think of is you're going 94 miles an hour, You don't have a very fast car to begin with. You were stomping that gas pretty much that whole entire time. There's no brake marks on the street at all. Even before the hit, you would think that some type of instinct would kick in and you'd slam on the brakes. But to my knowledge, she went straight into it. To me, it seems like they might have been in a fight, maybe not even arguing. I think if it was like vicious arguing I think if it was vicious argument while she was driving, he would have tried harder to spin the wheel. So I can think of it, maybe they were lightly arguing, and she starts racing. He's trying to talk her down, saying like relax. She might have, I don't know what she had in her head. Okay, I know that we're breaking up, blah blah blah, this and that. I don't know what she could have possibly been thinking, but I can't go into details obviously because I have no idea. Obviously, but whole idea, like main points, I think that they were in a fight. I think that she took it upon herself to purposely crash into that wall. I think that he must have been trying to talk her down the whole time. They swerved off to the right at the end. I think he might have grabbed the wheel towards the end of it, maybe trying to spin him or something. Who knows? She could have been bear hugging it. I don't know. They're hitting bumps too. They're going 90. You could have not, like, I don't know what's going through his head, you know? But I do know that Dom never once in his life ever expressed to me any form of I want to kill myself, I want to die, ever. He wanted to do so much stuff. He wanted to start up his own like shampoo lines, his own conditioner lines. He wanted to start up clothing lines. He wanted to like get big in the music industry. He loved real estate. Like he was trying to get into buying houses. Like he had too many plans and too many goals for his life to plan anything like that. She's the only person who I've ever seen around him say, I will kill you and I will kill myself if this and this happens. Okay. Like when she's not with him, like, I mean, there's been situations even like the week before, there was two situations where he had to get picked up on the highway because they couldn't drive together. You know what I mean?
What type of, we don't care about pot, but what kind of drugs do you know about her using?
I pretty much, honestly, just to my knowledge, just pot and occasionally alcohol. But I think even
like about the shrooms,
she's not been a big smoker at all because like I'd be over at the house and like even Dom was even barely smoking. In the month of July and stuff, he just was getting over it, kind of like he didn't really have as bad of problems with his ankle anymore, you know. His problems, it wasn't like muscle or bone problems. He had like bad nerve problems.
Yeah.
Like really bad like nerve issues and stuff. And so he was like pretty much like getting over that. And I pretty much barely seen him smoking at all. And then Kenzie, I think like she was getting sick off of it or something. Like some people have I forget what it's called, but you like smoke weed and you throw up, or you want to throw up at least, it makes you sick or whatever. So to my knowledge, like she was pretty much not smoking.
So any talk about acid
she wasn't really
or shrooms, anything like that?
I heard rumors after the crash about there being acid involved and mushrooms and like all this shit.
You've never seen it though.
I don't believe that's the case.
What about medical? Did you ever see her pass out? Did Dom ever mention, we're sitting here and all of a sudden she just passed out? Anything of that sort? Did you ever witness anything? How about you, Ms. Russo?
No, not at all.
No,
never
like
heard, never
narcolepsy or
seen
like
any
that.
type of medical issue. Okay.
The only things that we knew, and Ange just repeated it, and he sort of described the same thing I knew last, was the issue that's some condition with the marijuana. But I thought
thought
that was a while ago. I thought she was over that. And then this gluten-free thing with her stomach.
Gotcha.
Food issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
The food issues. But no other, she tried telling me the other day that she had some other medical conditions. And I think that was just fluffing to try to, why wouldn't it have ever been mentioned to me before?
Gotcha.
Now he's dead and you're going to mention this at the cemetery. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know if they're trying to come up with some other things, but I don't know. The parents went out and bought her that car. They bought her that car before she had her license. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a kid that you're worried about some sort of, condition of driving, that was even just like with Christopher. I'm sure Christopher liked to drive, but I used to be nervous because of his mental health. So I've just never allowed him to get a driver's license.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Makes
Simple as
sense.
that, you know?
If she had those conditions, those parents were, she is their golden child. They treat the other sister like a piece of crap. She's the baby
Oh.
one. She's the smart one. She's the, you know, the other one's got problems. Like they just,
Wow.
everything. It doesn't matter how outrageous. The only reason that they ended up going to Florida, because her mom wasn't going to go. And
Yeah, we haven't heard from Mackenzie's other sister, which is very interesting throughout any of this.
I even said, well, I didn't know the whole thing. I remember I was in and out of the hospital. So stuff was planned when I wasn't around. Was they didn't think that they could check in because they weren't 21. So then the mother decided, well, I'll just go with you then before. Originally, she was just going to drive down there to check them in and leave.
Yeah.
This is
I
the
heard
stuff.
that,
I mean,
and I was
they
like,
do.
what?
They are out of control with her.
Oh, listen
with
though.
her.
And she was a juvenile at that point.
I didn't get to finish what I was saying about her smoking and drinking. Her drinking though, like the only times I've ever seen her drink, it's not like she's drinking liquor or anything like that. She's type drink like a Smirnoff Ice, like one of those like sugary malt beverages. You know what I mean? Drink like 2 of them and be fine. You know what I mean? So not be fine would be like buzzed or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, but like she wasn't really like
She's getting slammed.
Yeah,
you know.
not a drinker really, not really a smoker either, honestly.
Is there anyone else you think we need to talk to besides Hench? Anybody you think would be, and again, like I told Mom, a lot of people are not talking to us, but
a lot of other people I could think of. It wouldn't be anybody that could like have new information for you that would say like, oh, this and this happened or whatever. But I know a lot of people that, I mean, obviously like my buddies would all probably, I mean, I'd have to, I've talked to a couple of them about it and they all think like my one buddy thinks that she did it on purpose too. And thinks that this and that.
We're trying to avoid a lot of like second, third, fourth hand knowledge. We're looking more for somebody who was close with Dom, who would have some kind of first hand knowledge.
Yeah, no, this by I'm talking about was close with Dom. They talked often. You know what I mean? But
listen, you got my card. Take a picture of it. Send it to some of your buddies. Encourage them to come talk to us. We can't compel anyone to talk. The few people who we think we need to talk to who are not going to talk to us are going to get subpoenaed to the grand jury. The prosecutor is going to make them come talk, but not to the police. They're going to talk directly to the prosecutor. But some of their friends are refusing to.
Some of
Mackenzie's friends, yes, are refusing to be forthcoming.
Right.
And I did tell you about her hitting him in the car when he hit the mailbox and stuff like that. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What was the other thing I was just thinking of? I said that about. I did bring up the girl that she supposedly pushed down the steps, right?
Yes. We have. There's a Snapchat about that she recorded.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, wait. I remember hearing about the situation, obviously.
The big
when did the story turn into that?
Okay, so the big story was this girl fell down the steps, blah, blah, blah. And so how did she fall and blah, blah. She had no alcohol in her system.
Guardrail and everything.
Yeah, and there's a handrail. And then as time went on, Kenzie was the one that told me personally, she said that these girls were really out to get her because they are accusing her of pushing this gal down the steps. I said, well, why in the world would you ever push that girl? I wouldn't push that girl down the steps. Just didn't think of nothing at the time. But after the fact, I'm sitting there thinking, and I had asked that Houston when he called me, I said, do you hear that she pushed this girl down the steps? Houston believes she pushed her down the steps. Again.
Wow. So she pushed some girl down the steps. I forgot about this part when I first heard this previously. I have played this, by the way, if you guys are interested in the Mackenzie case. I covered this back in December before the jail calls came out. I have a whole playlist of all the body cam footage, including this interview.
I know he's a little crazy or whatever, but he was the one that said that too.
Houston thinks that Kenzie pushed her down
Pushed
the steps.
That girl down the steps. That's when she had that concussion and everything. She fully recovered, but it was a serious thing.
I know, it was fucked up.
Yeah.
So the mailbox
I wasn't
incident,
there, but yeah, Don told me all about it. It was like a horror story. He told me that.
Do you remember when tentatively?
Yeah, it was.
Hey, do you know something too? This obviously this doesn't have to do with anything. I mean, it has to do with something kind of, but nothing really. But that situation too with that girl, he told me that if he wasn't there, that was like somebody else's house. she probably would have died. Like he said that he like ran downstairs and started like supporting her head because she was leaking from her face, so she wouldn't like drown in like her blood and stuff. He said that some of her friends started grabbing her, shaking her, smacking her, telling her to wake up, started like trying to drag her up the stairs. They started freaking out, like this and that. He said that most people just ran out the house, dipped, just fled the scene. You know what I'm saying? He said that fucking like right off rip, he's like calling ambulance, supporting her, holding her up. You know what I mean? Like he told me his whole body was covered in blood because he was just helping around and shit. And then I didn't know that she made a full recovery. That's thank God, because I was really worried. I remember hearing that she made brain damage and all this stuff. And in a situation like that, after the initial injury, it really does matter a lot on how you care for the person.
Right.
After that, you're really sensitive. If your head's swollen or whatever, that's really tender, and you know what I mean. But
I want to say
March of this year, 2022. Okay. Well, here's so I'm going to transcribe all these notes, and if I have any follow-up questions, you mind if I reach back out to you?
Oh, absolutely.
Like I said, just encourage whoever some of your friends are, whoever might have firsthand knowledge of Mackenzie threatening, or maybe Dom confiding in somebody about Mackenzie making threats or being suicidal, something of that sort. Encourage them to reach out to us. Chris Hench. Would he be willing to talk to? I just want to figure out the whole.
Yeah, I can.
And he did
here because he right now doesn't have an operating vehicle. So, she also always says to me all the time that it should have been me. It should have been me.
It's like
that died in that crash, and I think that was kind of a weird. Like I said when my son died, I wish, why didn't I die in the hospital? You could have taken me. I'm older, not him. That sort of thing. I wish it was me. That's not how she says. She says it should have been me, and I think that's a weird way to characterize.
How well did you know Davion?
Actually, I met Davion for the first time like a week before, maybe a couple days before I left for Florida, you know. And my knowledge to Davion is that like Dom, so like me and Dom, like the last year or so, we just haven't been hanging out as much as we normally would. Honestly, mostly all to do with Kenzie. Like he's always doing something for Kenzie, doing something with Kenzie. Can't hang out with me because of Kenzie, whatever, And there was like a lot of times I'd call him. I'd be like, like, what are you up to? Yada yada yada. And he's like, oh, I'm hanging out with Davion and Blair or Mackenzie or whatever, The first time I met Davion, he was working on Dom's Jag. I think he was just detaching a battery and putting in like a new battery and stuff like that. And I walked up to him, said, what's up? There's I don't know if you ever heard of like the rapper like 𝐼𝐸𝐸. Probably not. He's like a mainstream like rapper, But he kind of like looked like him. So I'm like, oh, it's 𝐼𝐸𝐸. I'm like, why don't you guys bring 𝐼𝐸𝐸𝐸 over here? I'm like, like having a good time with him. And then seemed like a really like good kid, obviously, like very caring, you know what I mean? Like chill, all that. That was the one time I met him. I can't really say much about Davion.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, I'm gonna turn this off. Thank you.
So that was the end of Dom's brother's interview with the police. So sad. I wanted to replay that, although we have already played it on my channel before, but I thought it was interesting to go back and replay some of these as we listen to the new jail calls. And like I said, I have all the text messages. We've been reviewing them. We've done one live where we covered Christine Russo's text messages with Mackenzie, which is Dom's mom, who you just heard in the interview. And tomorrow night, we will continue covering the text messages. We're going to finish the messages with Ms. Russo, and then we're going to start the series on the Dom text. I have 36,000 pages of text messages between Dom and Mackenzie throughout their relationship and closer to the accident or crash. So I'm excited to get through those and see a different aspect of the relationship via text. And we also I'm going to make some videos, pre-recorded videos. So make sure you check those out regarding this case as well. I also am starting another series of Idaho, going over those documents. We're covering 𝐤𝐥𝐸𝐬𝐵 week as well, and we have a couple new cases to talk about. So I will be live after this again. Please make sure you subscribe, hit the like button. It really helps channels get out there, get recognized, and we're really trying to do that here, grow the channel on Mellyverse. I appreciate all of you new subscribers, all of you current subscribers, all my day ones. Like I always say, my mods, thank you for being here. I will see you shortly after this live on a Melly After Dark. So make sure you head over there for just a hangout session, and we'll continue to talk true crime. I appreciate you guys for being here tonight, and I'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.